So if we wanted to be an honest nation, maybe, couldn't we maybe look at how, and just a thought, it's just a thought, it's not a fact. Just a thought. Are we allowed to still have those? Probably not. That thought police stuff's gonna come, right? Yeah. Um, so it's just a thought, but it seems like because the transgender movement is so widespread now, especially since they want to push it on kids, what it's really about is about God messed up making you. That's what it is. Because at the end of the day, that's what the war has always been about. It's not about what science says. It's not about what some priest or pastor says. Not what seminary school says. Not what the university says. Not what me. No, it's a war that's been between the wicked one and God. And we're all in, we're all in the middle of that. And yet, um, it's obvious to see that that's the role the transgender, I think, community is that's why it's the drag time story hour, something that, God would totally find offensive. Like one guy on TikTok said, we didn't have a problem with your drag shows. You want to go do your drag shows? Fine. It's when you brought it on kids that we had a problem with it. You wanted to do your transgender thing, then fine. But it was when you started bringing it on the kids, then it's like, no, you're up to something wicked now. Well, it is wicked. Because doesn't that side represent everything that's wrong with God? God made me wrong. I should be able to do whatever I want. Days of Noah. I should be able to strip off my clothes and swing on a stripper pole and teach a 5-year-old how to do that, or convince a 5-year-old they should go have their penis cut off. Is that not wicked? I mean, I think it's an obvious one. Yeah, it is. It's there's no middle of the road there. Now, a bunch of media can brainwash you and convince you that there is middle of the road, but really, no, not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form is there a middle road there. Middle ground. So that's the reason why, everybody says be united. On what? On what? There's a whole bunch of people that we live in this world that support that. I don't think it's as many as the media likes to make out, or certain organizations, but it tells you who these organizations are, doesn't it? Especially if they're in healthcare. Most especially if they're in healthcare. And I'm not attacking any, and this has nothing to do, I understand LGBTQ 5, 6, 8 explanation, whatever it is. I don't even know all the numbers and letters anymore. But this is not about going after any gay community. This is about the fact that this is what happens with the slippery slope. It always happens with the slippery slope. I mean, it's obvious why God makes the rules that he does, okay? Like abortion, you come to accept that it's like, okay, it's a woman's right to choose. You hear it for decades. But then they take it too far. They take it to the extremes. And now, now now understanding it better, I see what abortion has always been for the science and the wicked, which is it's a sacrifice to Moloch, and then it's all those tissue samples they can use. But see, you had everybody with basic, not everybody, but it was there. You got your abortion rights, but then you take it to where, yeah, I want to be able to kill the baby. I want to do infanticide, which is killing the baby outside the womb. And you'll somehow twist that to that's not a full human so that you can do it. I mean, so this is what the slippery slope is. That's what the slippery slope, and I'm not trying to say this at the gay community. I'm not. The adults, I'm not. But that is the slippery slope, because then what do it's gone off the rails. It's off the rails. And I have nothing against, I could care less what somebody's sexual orientation is, okay? Really, it's like, so I just don't understand why there's so many LGBTQ people that need to announce it and exercise it in public, like displaying it, doing vulgar things. And fine if you want to do that, but could you at least just do it around adults instead of in kindergarten classes or at drag time shows with kids there that you're almost doing lap dances around. Yeah, I think it's very obvious. There's you're not going to unite the side that, what I believe with that other side. You're not going to do it. There's no way to do it. There's no middle ground there. So it's why it's the final battle. Because there's nowhere else to come to the middle and say, okay, yeah, we can agree on this. No, you push this now on kids. You're mutilating kids. And most people in society are just going about their business like everything's normal. So, yeah, no, there's no middle of the ground. I don't care what LGBTQ says. But honestly, I just wonder how many of those LGBTQ, especially since they use the rainbow symbol, the rainbow symbol, it's really God's symbol to us. It's almost like it's deliberately a slap in God's face. But they basically are in opposition to God because they say, no, God messed up with me. God made me the wrong gender. I don't know if these people were MK Ultra'd or what happened to them. Obviously, we know a lot about mind control now, and they clearly know how to do it because of these satanic ritual abuse stuff. But yeah, I don't know if that happened to all these people or if it's just about a religion to them. But clearly, there's a line in the sand here, and it's not about having a physical war with these people. It's about speaking up against it, no matter what they say, whether they like it or not. Because there's an obvious right and wrong here. And the people, the organizations, whether it's healthcare or education, that want to stay on that track of we're going to do this, then you're showing that you want to stay on the side that wants to harm children, that wants to have a depraved world, and there has to be a counterbalance to that says, no, enough is enough.